Hey folks, Gusmal Designs here, and this is part 1 of the Hasegawa 1/8 scale CF-18 Hornet model build. Now you do see two models on the desk there. I am building two at once. I am building the single seat version as well as the two-seat version of the CF-18 Hornet. Now of course our two-seat version is the B version of the F-18, or in this case the CF-18, but the box air is F-18D. Now the Hasegawa kits are pretty much interchangeable, so the D and B versions are going to be almost identical, give or take a few parts. But luckily when Hasegawa does their sprues, they just mold all their parts and then they just tell you to omit them. So I'm fairly confident I'm going to be able to make this into a B, no problem. Now, because I am doing a Canadian variant of the B, the tails are going to need to be changed, right? Because the D, with their antennas on the tails, are going to be more advanced than what Canada has. So I'm going to need to get another one of these kits here and put this tail onto this plane. That's why this one here is a little more ahead in its building than this one. So that's okay. So that way when I get another one of these kits, I'll be able to swap the parts out and build like an American, F-18C out of it or something, right? So, I'm not going to be losing a kit. So, and then of course I'll be able to make a more accurate B. I mean, if you're not a stickler for accuracy, then you can just go ahead and build it as is. But I'm definitely a stickler for accuracy, so I'll just wait on that until I get my hands on another kit, and then I can definitely make a more accurate B. So that's why this one here is definitely a little bit more ahead in its building, and you can see like the antennas on the tail there. There's only the 3 antennas right there, as where this one would have had around, I think, like an additional one right there. I suppose I could sand it off and stuff, but then I'll be, wiping away a lot of the detail, and I don't want to do that. Especially when I can just get another one and, another one of these kits. And then there's a few other parts that I can use off of this one to put onto my B. So it's going to work out all the way around. And I do have a decal set coming from Leading Edge there for the standard set, because this will be from 416 Squadron, which I spent some time with back in the late 90s. So that's why I want to do this project. And this is definitely a lot different from my 1/32 scales, because these are a lot smaller. Like, here's my hand. So it's a lot different to have these little guys on my desk. So I didn't really follow the instructions per se, like I never do, right? I'm kind of going here, there, and everywhere. This right here isn't glued on. I just wanted to put this on just to show you the difference. And I did, obviously I glued on the tails here. I glued on these pieces right here, as you see. Right? A lot of people don't know what that is. That's for, when they're doing high angle moves, the wind, or the way the air moves. If they didn't have this, what this would do, when these weren't here, the wind would come and these the tails would shake violently. So they put these in right here so that it would curve the air away from the tails, and then obviously these L brackets, right, it's basically to keep the tail in position so these wouldn't rattle off. That's what that is. I believe that was actually a Canadian invention. So if you're wondering what those are. And then I glued the wings on, and then the those pieces right there for the flaps. This model here allows you to have it, flaps up or down. Now, because I'm going to have these on their landing gear, I want the flaps down. That's what the cool thing is with the Hasegawa models. They allow you to have the flaps, positionable. So you can have them up or down. Now, of course, I want this on the wheels. For a model like this, if I don't want to build it with the flaps up, especially, like the old Revell kits, they don't allow you to have the flaps positionable, right? So I don't want to have, spend the money on a kit like this, just have the flaps up. So doing the Canadian kits, obviously, it's important to me because I am Canadian. Obviously, a lot of you know that. And because I spent time with 416 Squadron in Canada, Cold Lake, that's important to me too. So I'll be doing 2 of the standard versions of the CF-18s. I left these on almost like I just took them off on this one, I wanted to keep them on until I got some of the important parts on, because these are going to be the first things to break off. So until I get the tail on and some of the other flap mechanisms on, I'm going to keep that on, because you're going to knock these off. Those are very brittle. So I got the wings on, and then the holes pre-drilled for the pylons. But yeah, keep those on. And then I just put these little pieces on just for the sake of the video, just to show you which one is going to be which. So there we go. That's just part one, just to kind of show you where we're at with the CF-18 Hornets. And so this is probably going to be not long parts. Just going to be kind of updates as I go with the builds on these ones. So it's just going to be a fun project, on the side kind of thing, just to show you how the CF-18 Hornets put together. So thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I look forward to your comments on these. So thanks so much. Bye.